Today's project is an ornamental resin peacock. Let's get crafting. This mold is very detailed and it has a lot of relief and a lot of depth. So I'm going to highlight some of the areas with acrylic markers to give a little more dimension to the base colors. After adding the golden to highlight the eye of each feather, now I am working in some dark green to the borders of the feather. The base will be a single green colored resin anyway, and I'm hoping that these little dark green smudges on the side will add a subtle shadow effect, making the three-dimensional look more pronounced once the resin cures. My mold is prepped. I have colored some of these little areas on the mold with acrylic markers so that they can work with the relief and create a little more play when I pour in the color. I am mainly going to be using three colors. One is this chameleon blue-red color for the neck and the head. The second color will be this green for the rest of my tail feathers. For the belly and the wing, I'll be using black, and I've already highlighted the portion on the mold with silver grey. I will apply the chameleon pigment to the neck and the body for added effect. My pigments are mixed in resin, they have degassed and are ready to pour. I'm going to tap out any excess loose pigment powder from my mold and then we'll get pouring. I think this mold is a little defective because as I'm pouring more, maybe there's a slope because as I'm pouring more resin into my tail, the head portion seems to be overflowing. So I'm going to try and correct this. No, this will not work. So I'll just leave it as it is, and if the level causes more problems later, I will probably sand it down after it has dried out. This has dried well. There's a bubble right there and one here. I have a feeling this will have a lot of bubbles inside. Let's demold. I'm worried and excited at the same time. I hope this turns out well. Wow, the colors look stunning. There is a little overflow here which I will file off. All that hard work seems to have paid off. You can see all the little details, the golden rim, the blue dots. This was my first time using this mold, so I had no expectations. Now that I've seen the results, I can refine my technique for the next time. I might vary the color more to exaggerate the relief and give it more depth. The Chameleon powders are working beautifully with the green and yellow. The golden acrylic paint has added a subtle and distinct effect to the body. Keeping the black in place while the colors swirled was tricky, but it has worked out well. The neck looks fabulous. I will touch up the eyes to make them more pronounced. I will clean up the silhouette of the peacock by filing off the overflow. I have to be careful while I do it because if I accidentally file the parts which are visible, the finish will be ruined. I also have to work the thin parts carefully because I don't want to accidentally snap the neck or the crest while filing. Final touches. I am going to now clean off the resin dust with some soap and water. I am going to make this into an art piece to hang on my wall of whimsy. For this, I will glue this metallic picture hanger to the back of the peacock with UV resin, making sure that the accessory stays hidden when I hang the peacock on the wall. The resin has cured and the peacock is now secure to hang. Feeling inspired and want to make one for yourself? Well, here is what you will need. A silicone mat to work on, a peacock mold to cast your resin in, a slow cure resin of your choice, silicone containers for mixing resin, stirring stick, plastic pipette for more precision, pigment colors for the body and a scoop for pigments, chameleon powder and brushes to apply the powder to the mold, acrylic markers to highlight the design, files to sand and finish the edges, metal picture hanger, UV resin, cross tweezer, wipes, a heat gun to pop surface bubbles, safe environment and protective gear while crafting with resin. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more resin crafting videos and have a wonderful day.